may burn bridges, you ain't got time to mend. You're too old to be in this condition. You're too young for the Lord to take in. You're too young for the Lord to take in.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Billy Collins.
Man, Doje.
And this is Magician.
And the Jock.
Who do we have, Jock?
One of my favorite artists in the world, Benjamin Tod.
What's the title you give yourself?
Songwriter.
Songwriter, period.
I'm a writer in general. When I started writing music, I wasn't too interested in the music. I'm more interested in how words and syllables and just the phonetics.
He was originally in what's called Lost Dog Street Band, but he does a lot of solo stuff, acoustic stuff now. Very deep lyrics. He has a song for everything. So if you have a sense of impending doom, he's got a song for you. If you've got regret, he's got a song for you. But I wanted you to hear this one. Obviously, I've heard it already, but it's called We Ain't Even Kin. Mm-hmm. And it's essentially talking about his grandfather, who I'm assuming is not his blood relative. Yeah. And you have...
I have a stepdaughter, and I'm dating.
Yeah.
So, with 3 children, so...
Yeah, so this is kind of from the stepchild's perspective.
Okay.
About the connection, so hopefully you'll cry, dude.
I want to cry. I love a good cry.
This tune's a tune I wrote for my grandfather, who's not actually blood to me, but sacrificed a lot and tried to raise me the best he could. And we're here at his house in Muhlenberg County, Kentucky, where I came to as a child.
People say I look like my grandfather, and I begin to explain we ain't even kin, and he'll interrupt with why bother, and saunter away with a sigh and ways grin, 'cause we both understand not giving a damn about feeling.
It's a great songwriter.
Why in the hell try and tell folks what you were living? Life is defined by decisions, and you may burn bridges, you ain't got time to mend. You're too old to be in this condition. You're too young for the Lord to take in.
If there was ever a singer where you were like, bars.
Yeah.
But he's really good. What do you think so far?
I mean, it's deep.
He draws you in.
Yeah. I just want to hear every single word, and just concentrate on it.
So stop pausing it, man. Oh, he said, you're too old to be in this condition. You're too young for the Lord to call in.
That's so good.
Yeah. It's, and I love that tattoo on his forearm. That's kind of...
Although the tattoo on it looks like cattle. Is that like a number for a cattle?
I think it's a birthmark.
Okay.
He'd read me the Bible till midnight, and he'd tan my hide when he caught me in lies. When I dropped out of school, we did fight, and we lost some years and our foolish pride. And now I'm not sure if I'm better or worse for the distance. But we're not concerned, 'cause there's nothing to learn from resentment. Life is defined by decisions, and you may burn bridges, you ain't got time to mend. You're too old to be in this condition. You're too young for the Lord to take in. He cheers with the television, hoping this year Kentucky will win. And I'll give a yell from the kitchen, and I'll wear it with pride that I'm close to him. And I count the days and watch as the haze fills his eyes. But I won't complain, it's a privilege to live and die. And life is defined by decisions, and you may burn bridges you ain't got time to mend. You're too old to be in this condition. You're too young for the Lord to take in. You're too young for the Lord to take in.
What do you think about Ben's music?
I'm glad I get it for free. I always figured that he'd be successful when he finally figured out which direction he wanted to go. And he's proven me right.
Well, you said at one point you thought either I would succeed or I'd go to prison or...
What I really said was that I figured he'd either go to jail or end up in the pulpit. And I'm still not so sure that won't happen down the road.
Pretty deep.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
He makes you feel nostalgic for. There's some singers you feel nostalgic for places you've never been.
I think there's also too like a certain essence of greatness is have somebody just sit and play and tell stories. Not really coming up with like rhyming the things out or whatever, but just telling a story where you could just learn from that individual just by the story. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm conveying that the right way, but it's just that folklore type Kentucky.
Very much.
I guess being from the South, we kind of appreciate that.
Oh, I love it. That's what country music is, storytelling.
I guess all music storytelling, but just something about the way that they do it in that bluesy type bluegrass feel just kind of hits home.
But as a stepfather, was there anything, because this is from the stepchild, and he said there was a while there he and his grandfather didn't talk, and he's like, but there's nothing to learn from resentment or...
yeah, and that's true because, even though me and Brittany, my stepdaughter, are, her mom and I are not together, I don't really talk to her as much as I used to. We have this kind of like distance, and she's older now. She's got her own life, and I'll always be there for her. And I will, if she called tomorrow needing a kidney, I would like, okay, here you go, take it.
Here's Matt's number. Might not be worth much.
But it's like
You're letting her live her life, just like his grandfather is like. I knew he'd figure it out.
Find her
He'd
own
be
path,
successful
let her
once he
go.
figured out what he wanted to do.
And it's hard. Because I miss her. It's like when you're with somebody that from the age of 6 months old, that you pretty much, she pooped on me, she threw up on me, she did everything,
You're talking about Brittany, not your ex.
Yeah,
Not your ex.
Well, my ex shit on me for sure.
I'm kidding. But yeah, no, he's
But
six months old.
you've done everything for that person, that child, helped her grow and become the woman she is now. And she's remarkable. I do miss her, but it's kind of resentment on my behalf because I don't get to see or talk to her. So, and I just need to go do it.
Yeah, but also there's part of you that's like, I want her to talk to me because she wants to talk to me.
Right.
Not
I don't want to have to force
obligation.
I don't want to force a relationship if she doesn't want it. So, and I'm hoping, like he was saying that he came back and cahoots with his grandfather, she'll come back and say, hey, I miss you.
I think it is neat though, like how it starts. Say I look like my grandfather, and I laugh and say we're not even kin. It just shows like people mirror each other when they're around.
Well, two things happened with Brittany. So I have a nephew that is Brittany's age, my oldest daughter's age, and we were walking in the mall, and this lady goes, "What beautiful twins!" I'm like, "Okay." And then the second time we were at, I think, Walmart. And he says, "Look at her blue eyes. Looks like just like her dad." And I'm like, "Oh, you know her dad too?" So, but you know, that you do take on,
For
of
sure.
course, that like mannerisms more or less than looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I was hoping you would like that.
I love it.
I love
I
Benjamin
absolutely
Tod.
love
I could sing every word to it. It's just not as good. But
Yeah, I just
he's up there with like Coulter Wall for me. In terms like the Americana, just it's not. You're not going to hear it on a radio, but you're wondering why it's not.
not on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that good suggestion. I loved it. Absolutely.
Great channel too. Gems on VHS. If y'all are looking for good Americana, good bluegrass, good just country,
Go
raw.
check it out.
Yeah, check out.
I'm gonna
that
check
channel.
out more. You guys also, if you want to do something special for us, subscribe to the channel,
And then make sure you smash the like button.
and we'll see you on the next episode.
Peace. That's a story time. I had to read, 20 pages of a damn. It's a
Novel.
chapter book, dude.
Fucking Moby Dick.
I'm like, Jackson, where are the pictures, bro?
We have this book called Walter the Farting Dog, and I would
Nice.
have to do the voices for each character. And Colin's like, "Read it again." I'm like, "Go to bed."
Bring it back now, y'all. Dude, I remember at App State, we took some guys to read to elementary school kids. I mean, I picked a book and I'm like, I'm going all in. I did different, there was 12 characters.
You're like shit.
I'm like, Squeaky the Frog. And then our fullback goes in and we're all sitting there like, oh no, can't read. This is a problem. Had the biggest wad of dip in his mouth and the sweat started coming down. He's like, the puppy who lost its way. I'm like, oh no. He dated Ric Flair's daughter.